we discovered is that in Hong Kong, we have a lot of passionate animal lovers. So the first 5,000 fans on Facebook took about a year, and after that, we are right now about 45,000. And after the first 5,000, it just kept rolling and rolling. And right now, we are probably gaining about 1 to 200 a day in terms of fans, which we feel is actually quite good. But the challenge of that is when you get into Facebook, into social media, you become really transparent. And that leads to a lot of challenges because animal lovers tend to be very passionate, and they always bring up a lot of questions, questions about animals that they think are abused or they think that has been abandoned. And they are always pressing us, okay, I saw this animal, I saw this dog in the street which is being abused, what are you going to do about it? So that is one of the things that we find that we have to be very careful and we have to respond very fast.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, I think that experience, I think, you know, talk about responding very fast was very true, wasn't it, last year with the puppies. I'll talk about that if that's okay. So I think a great example working with the SPCA. Sadly, 3 puppies were brought into the SPCA homing centre, about, what, 4 weeks old or so? And sadly, they had to be euthanized. A photo went out on social media. And the story went out, SPCA are killing puppies. And,
well, that's not how it started, though. I mean, it broke on Twitter. I saw it, and I think I might even be partly guilty of retweeting it. And this is the problem. I mean, social media, we make mistakes. I try my hardest to always vet everything before I share it. And I'm probably much more thorough than the average person. But there's still ones because of like hot triggers like this and working together with various causes, like, oh yeah, I'll throw my support behind it. But it was sort of an ill-timed tweet that went out and said, hey, there's these 3 puppies up for adoption. The truth was they weren't really vetted or cleared for adoption yet. They were sick, right?
Yes, they were. Somebody tweeted out, and Ellie brought this up to our attention, and then it started a snowball effect. Within just hours, we got hundreds and hundreds of people asking, actually calling us names, puppy killers and stuff like that. And we had to, actually, our response tended to be slow at that time because we were trying to find out what's happening. We had to talk to the people on the welfare department, and because we have to have a responsibility to be credible and make sure that everything that we say is correct and can be justified and can be proven to be sensible. We took a bit longer than we should have. In the end, the case behind the puppies was that they had parvovirus, and parvovirus is very, very infectious. You get it in the kennels and it spread all around, and all the puppies will actually amongst puppies is 95% fatal. So which was the reason we had to unfortunately put down those infected puppies. But we got this message out a bit slow, I think. I think it took us about, about 1 day, I think.
A day and a half.
Which in social media years is 7.
Like dog years.
Yeah. Which a day is like a century, I think. So during that time, you can imagine all the tweets and all the postings that were going out. So that was the big lesson for us. We have to be really fast. We have to get our facts right. We have to pull our teams together. And once we get anything like this, we have to just, even if we don't have the message out, we have to tell people that, okay, we take this seriously, we are looking into it, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. I think if not straight away. So that was the big lesson for us in being very transparent and using social media for our marketing activities.
Yeah, I think Michael described that very, very well. You know, monitor your keywords, make sure you get alerted, respond quickly, get your facts straight, right? That doesn't just apply to NGOs, right? That applies to every single brand. But you can imagine, you know, as Michael says, when I was getting these messages and these things bubbling up, you know, SPCA killing puppies, and there was a photo of these 2 puppies, you know, little grainy shot, you know, only 4 weeks old, big fluff bags, right? Little fluff bags.
It was that picture that first leaked out, and I'm not sure how the picture got out, because it didn't come from the SPCA,
no.
But other people had gotten their hands on it and were saying, look, these puppies are at the SPCA. And shame on me for not not checking back to the source and making sure that it was the SPCA saying this. So there was this initial sort of excitement of pushing out this thing. Hey, look, there's puppies. I mean, on the upside to this story is that we now know that if you've got cute puppy pictures, you can push them out and get a lot of people wanting to adopt them very quickly.
Yeah, and this is another lesson for us. In this day and age, there's no things such as, there's nothing that you can hide. You can do anything and you can try to hide it, and people will find out. Like these puppies, these puppy pictures were taken in our clinic. We have a policy that pictures are not supposed to be taken. But anyway, somebody took the pictures and somebody circulated it. So on hindsight, you can set all the policies you want, but you have better be transparent. And if you do anything, you better have a good reason for it. So that is the big lesson for, I think, for not just for NGOs, I guess it's for all corporations in this social media day and age, that you have to think about what you're doing and the consequences.
Yeah, I think Michael's very right there, and I think critically it's about getting the facts out. But the good outputs of this were that I was able to work with the SPCA, we were able to get monitoring, we got quicker, we learned our lessons. I mean, that's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is that, out of that, people contacted the SPCA and said, hey, look, we would have volunteered to bring those puppies into our house. That was the worst part, was that the SPCA didn't have enough volunteer foster people. The people who were saying, look, I don't give us a 99% chance, I'll give it a go. Right, and that was the problem. You see, of course, ultimately behind the story was that, as Michael said, you've got to sadly put these puppies down because you have to protect all the other dogs. Right, that's why they did it, but we didn't have enough fosters, emergency foster people, right? And so that was the great thing, was 2 or 3 people emailed me and said, look, I'm not allowed dogs, but I could probably pop a puppy in my kitchen for a couple of days. The dog the puppy might or might not make it, but I'm happy to step in.
But this lends itself, though, to, I mean, the SPCA, like many NGOs have been around for a while, it's difficult to quickly adopt all of these new technologies, to be able to, you don't currently yet have a system in place where you can touch the Twitter community instantly. You've got a lot of checks and balances still that you're still working to develop that. Can you tell us a bit more like what you sort of see for the future of where you want to go with that?
Yeah, right now I guess we are still a bit in the old age, whereby there's a lot of I wouldn't say censorship, but senior management, myself included, takes a close look at what's going on. And I think that holds up a lot. I think what is needed going in the future, is a new kind of organization whereby everybody is passionate and everybody believes in the organization and everybody knows what's going on. And we empower the person who is in charge of social media to be able to make quick calls. It's a big step, it's a risky step, but I think in this day and age where everything moves so fast, that's the way that we'll probably be looking at.
And Michael, I think just before we kind of conclude this part of the Q&A, I'd like to just ask you, what help can the SPCA, we've got a great army here of Digerati, of Twitterati, is that the right word, Jay?
Socialistas.
Socialistas, wow, look at that. Whatever you are, anyway, what, Michael, if you had one message, if you had one ask of the audience here, what would you be asking of people?
We always need help with adoptions. We have a lot of abandoned animals looking for new homes, and actually, we have a dog here, Spring Roll, who is looking for a new owner. And we'll be most grateful if you can spread this message out. And I think that's the power of social media.
Yep.
If you can take a picture of Spring Roll, or tell your friends, ask them to see if they are able to help. That would be my ask. And here's Spring Roll.
And here's Spring Roll. Come on up, Spring Roll.
Not too much noise, people. She's a little bit timid, poor little thing. So the story behind Spring Roll, very kind people at Space for letting us bring a dog. This is quite a unique opportunity. Thank you to the guys at the Space for that. Spring Roll, you going to come forward and say hi? Hey, Spring Roll. Oh, she's a little shyer than Padstow. So Spring Roll, sadly, very, very sad story. You can see this on Apple Daily. If anybody wants to see the video, it's actually a little bit horrid to show today. She was actually on a chain on a rooftop, and she was beaten with this bamboo stick. She was also shot with an air rifle. Terrible cruelty, and she's a lovely, lovely dog. She didn't deserve, that treatment. You know, not even Casey Lau deserves to be beaten with a bamboo stick, although I'm very tempted at times to beat him with a bamboo stick.
He needs a good home as well, if anybody can adopt him.
Next year, we'll adopt Casey Lau. But seriously, I mean, you know, this poor dog, you can see the bamboo stick here we use. So this poor dog was chained up without water on a rooftop, and this guy, the video's on Apple Daily if anyone wants to see it, he takes that stick, and Jesus Christ, I could hardly watch the video. He smacks this dog pretty damn hard. You know, look at her now. You know, Springwell's a lovely, lovely dog. You say it, Springy? Hello. Yeah. So she's a lovely dog. She's really looking for home. And mongrels, we did with the SPCA, and we still are. Look out on the MTR, the Hong Kong Originals campaign with the lovely celebrities. Mongrels are always the hardest to home. This, you know, she's a lovely, friendly dog. It's a bit overwhelming today downstairs. She was really hugging me and giving me a lick. Hey, Springwell.
What's amazing about Springwell is that after all that she has gone through, she's still a very nice, friendly dog and very trusting of human beings. That's amazing.
Yeah, you can see that. Loves her ear rubbed. I mean, you know, loves a good ear rubbing. Who doesn't, as they say?
We have a link as well, right?
We do have a link.
I'll bring with everybody.
So you can use the hashtag. Oh, hey Springwell, you're famous. We have the hashtag #SaveSpringRoll, so please use that during Social Media Week, or use j.mp/springroll. That'll be a page.
It's actually /SaveSpringRoll.
Save Springroll. I apologize.
Go change that here. Come on.
Save.
Get in there.
All right, hold on a second. Nothing like live on stage. Save Springroll, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Look at that. Okay, we go. So if you could please share out this correct URL. You know, she's really looking for him. She's a great dog. Anybody who wants to talk to the SPCA about adoption, see the people in the blue T-shirts. They also do have cats for adoption. I know Casey, if he's still here, if he hasn't left. Casey's a big cat fan.
I'm a cat fan.
Jay is a cat fan. Look at that, 2 cat fans. So Casey and Jay are great supporters of cat adoption. So thank you. Alison, of course, is your dogs and cats, aren't you? I think, or you just dogs? Just dogs. Yeah, just dogs. Yeah, less cats anyway. But you know, great people. We've got Merrin over here. Put your hand up, Merrin. Great guy here. Also knows lots about dogs. I say we've got Casey at the back somewhere if you want to talk to him as well. So, you know, big supporters of adoption. So please do talk to these people. Please do take photos of Springroll. And basically, let's use all of that Twitter power for some social good. And with that, I think we're going to end today's session. Or should
please, you know, quietly queue in an orderly fashion to have your picture taken with the dog, who obviously doesn't need to be any more scared. But yes, thank you all for coming today. If you have any questions, we'll be hanging around. Please network, talk to each other, talk to the NGOs, talk to your friends. Together, we will change the world.
Yeah. Please, can we just have the NGOs stand up? Merrin, Kaz, who else have we got here? I can't recognize everybody. Okay, any more NGOs stand up? Anyone else? We got Doug from plasticoceanrecovery.org. Plastic Ocean. So Doug's here as well. Doug is a great guy saving the oceans, so please say hello to Doug. Doug, stand up, man. Look, there he is. Thank you, Doug. Okay, Doug is a fantastic guy. Been at the Clinton Climate Change Project, doing a lot of stuff there. We got Sea Shepherd. Excellent. Good to have some Sea Shepherd people. Thank you very much for coming by. So all these wonderful NGOs. Oh, another NGO here. MSF, hey, you've got MSF, great, thank you very much. Please talk to these guys, network with them. If you want to come give Springroll here a hug and a stroke because you're a dog fan, please do come down. She's an absolutely adorable dog. Again, please tell your friends, let's get this dog a home, she deserves a fair home. Thanks very much, everybody. Thank you very much. From WWF, from SPCA, from Jay Oatway, and of course from Springroll. Thank you all. Thank you, Conan Wolf, Impact Asia as well. We've got Alison, we've got Louise. Thank you very much, guys, for helping us. Thank you to Kate, I think at the Space. Is it Kate? Tall Kate, tall lady. Thank you very much to her for allowing us to bring Springroll today. And thank you, everybody, for coming and supporting all of us NGOs. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.